There we go. Oh, man. Every time that gets me. Okay, hold on. Now I gotta make sure everything's working here. Yeah. Okay. I think we are in the clear. My NVIDIA broadcast thing really likes to just decide that my mic is not the input source that I want. And I usually try to test it before the stream and just like speak into my mic and make sure it goes off. But a lot of times I forget, and today we're starting early. I'm just waking up. So yeah, I completely spaced it. Anyway, yesterday, well, let's talk about today first, actually. Today, we were starting 2 hours early because I am getting a lot of work done on the Supra, and I have a buddy coming over to help me with the Supra. So, I want to get that done while there's still sunlight out. And streaming from 2 to 5 for me is a great time, normally. I have a little frog in my throat, sorry. But, I literally, right before the stream, was like, oh shoot, I should get something to eat before stream. Open up the fridge, and was like, okay, what can I have? And I want something like savory, like a breakfast. Realized I had some leftover chocolate mousse cake from last night, and just wolfed down like a whole slice of chocolate mousse cake. So that was my breakfast this morning. Anyway, yeah, today we're starting a couple hours early. Might be a bit of a smaller stream because of that. Let's actually transition this into yesterday's stream. Going off schedule is never something I like to do because I feel like that is, for me, the Twitch people I watch, when they go off schedule, I'm like, wow, what the heck? I got all, because I like missed the stream. So I feel bad doing it. But, you know what? We're here. We're streaming. Anyway, rolling into yesterday, we did a little bit of an off-schedule stream, where we played, oh, whoa, I dropped a bunch of frames. Weird. Hopefully it's just that. But, anyway, oh, I know what it is. Performance mode. There we go. Okay, I should not, I'm dropping frames. Yeah, you like the shirt? The nice driving shirt? Yeah. Okay. Let's drop less frames here. Hopefully that fixed it. If that didn't fix it, I know what I can do. Anyway, yesterday we did a bit of an off-schedule stream. We played some Path of Exile, of all things. No, it wasn't your fault, Optim. Also, hey, welcome to the stream. Callum, BP Gaming, Dairy Mary, Exo. Welcome, everybody. Come on in. Now I'm just like keeping an eye on my drop frames counter because I'm a little bit worried about it. Sensei, Amir, what's going on, guys? Anyway, yeah, so I want to start, I always say this. I want to start doing more streams that aren't racing stuff, and I just never do it. But we did one yesterday, and it was fun. Sometimes it's nice to just, if I'm going to be checking out a new game or whatever, it's fun to just turn on the camera and see what you guys think. Man, I'm still dropping frames. What is going on today? It's not your guys' fault. It's not your guys' fault. Yeah, nice driving. And we're not even playing Forza today. So this was a demo shirt. And this one, the text is too low. I messed up on the shirt. So if you do buy one from my merch store, it's up here. The text is normally up higher. Anyway, if we need to, we'll shut off the YouTube notifier thing. Cause that's usually why I end up getting the drop frames. I think it's good to stick to your schedule of Sunday and Friday, but extra chill streams. Yeah. That's absolutely the intended plan. But with something like today, I'm getting on early, because I got work to do. I want to get my Supra running. Please. Just want to have a fun car to drive again. Okay. I think that's really all we got to talk about. Easy peasy. Okay. We are at 691 drop frames. If we get one more, I'm shutting off the YouTube notifier. Okay, let's boot up some TDU. I remembered to turn on the controller this time first. Let's hop over to... I gotta close the music down first. Boom. There. Boot that way up. Amir, thank you for the follow. And Alan Green, thank you as well. Don't worry about this. It'll fix in a minute. It should. All right. Is our... No. Okay. The resolution totally didn't fix. Remember how I said it'd be fine? Okay. That's fine. We just have to do this. Options. Display. Nope, that's not the right one. Video. I don't know why it does this. Every now and then, especially if we haven't played for a while, it just decides it's like, you know what? I don't need to run at the needed resolution. There we go. There we go. Okay. Now we do want anti-aliasing. And then we should be good. Yeah, game's working as intended. Totally. Totally. Okay. Oh, that's right, we just got this. We're working our way through this pretty quick. Okay. Alright, yeah, now the game's looking better. Okay. And let me move myself up here. Oh, and that's right. For this game, we do the, hold on. Hold on. Let me see here. Okay, we want to be up here a little bit. And then I need to do the filter to make it brighter. There. Okay. Let's see if this worked. Oh, that's good enough. I just want you guys to be able to see the mini map down there. Okay. What are we doing? Where are we starting here today? So we just got what class? Okay, C. C class. So I think our goal right now is I want to get the 200, right? It's 250 grand or 200 grand or something to get the the G class Moira, not Moira, that's the Miura. The Miura. How much is the Miura? Because that's what I think I'm going to go for. And we can do... maybe just one of these. No. These just give you clothes. No. We don't want to do that. Here we go. Boom. Let's go to this. Pick up a sweet 100 grand. It's just a highway drive. Yeah. Okay. Let's fast travel over here. Pick up our 100 grand and get a classic car. Okay. Should I... Yo, hold on. GPS myself there. Oh, I didn't mean to just fast travel. I wanted to get a little bit of a warm-up drive before we started, but that's okay. We're gonna warm-up drive in this dude's nice car. Gosh, what's the button? That's not the button. I've forgotten how to play this. You should play Test Drive Limited. Hey, there's a good idea. Back? No, it's not back. Oh, no, it's just A. It's just A. It's just the same button as handbrake. Mr. Trash Can, what's going on? Sloth, what's up? Yeah, there's a bit, that's why I turned the volume down, because there's a bit of echo. It's a little bit loud.
Good condition.
Okay. You could do Midnight. I don't think a lot of the Midnight games came out for PC though, and that is I think my issue with it. Every Midnight game I've played has been on a portable title.
Turn right.
Wait, robot voice repeating me? Does it still sound that way? Does it sound that way for everybody? I don't think I've ever had that happen. I can change the broadcast settings. It's fine for you? Okay. Yeah, Vaultic, I don't know what's going on, man. HokiHoshi. Hoki sounds perfectly Hosher. No, we have not gone into TDU2/TDU World. That's coming up next. Yep. So we're making our way through TDU1, totally vanilla playthrough, and then we're gonna jump into TDU2. And I don't know yet if I'm gonna do TDU2 first and then do TDU World, or just straight up do TDU World. The goal for this game is just to get to the rough end. I think, and you guys can correct me on this, I think getting to the end of this game means unlocking that race that's like all the way around the map, right? That's the end I remember. And I just kind of want to hit the rough end of the game. And then we'll put this one away, we'll put it in our pocket, and we'll move on to TDU2/maybe TDU World. Yeah, I'm playing on Windows 10, Jimmo. Dude, 13B, thank you for the sub. 2 big ol' months. And the Ricer Kid, thank you for the follow. 13B, also, happy belated birthday ×2. Thank you very much, 13B. Much appreciated. I would recommend just playing World so the sessions have real people. Yeah. And then, what'd you say, Mr. Trash Can? Play TDU2, you can't use your save game if you want to play World. Be aware of that. So, okay, let me ask this, because I know TDU World exists, but I haven't really looked into it much. Does TDU World restrict you from doing, like, the main campaign of TDU2? Is there anything you can do in TDU2 that you really can't do in TDU World from like a campaign playthrough perspective? Or is TDU World pretty much just exactly what Gretty said? Yeah, it's just the game but with online. It's just regular TDU2 but online again. Okay. Alright, we're just gonna do TDU World then. Yeah. I see no reason. My concern was that, and this was founded on nothing. This was just like, I haven't looked into the game, so I was worried about it. My concern was that TDU World would like lock you out of some single player campaign stuff. I don't know. Oh yeah, so Jimosio. I'm trying to think here if I had to do anything. I'm trying to think if I had to do anything to get the game to work well with Windows 10. But honestly, I don't think I did anything. I'm trying to think, back when we did Underground 2, I had to do some weird stuff to get it to work. Carbon worked fine, Pro Street worked fine. And as far as I remember, TDU worked perfectly fine. I don't think I had to do anything. What issues are you having, Jimosio? Windows 10 being Windows 10. Yeah, man, I don't know. Yeah, what issues are you having? I am not in the Discord for TDU World. No, I have not touched anything TDU World related yet. Because I know, once we get to the end of TDU 1, that's when I'm going to do all my research into TDU World and get it all set up. But I'm kind of intentionally avoiding it for now. Just because we're focusing on TDU 1. Yeah, Pro Street was on PC. Pro Street came out for PC, man. Back when I played it originally, I didn't play it on PC. I played it on PS2? Xbox 360, maybe? Yo, is it just me, or I don't have chat updating, or this guy's reading back? Your chat must not be updating. I see a lot of... there's quite a few people sitting in chat. Baltic. The Eden Games logo would show up, then it'd crash every time. Tried lots of things. Mung, NOCD, no CD crack. I have a physical copy and many compatibility options. Try just not using the physical CD, maybe. Unless maybe you have tried that and I just kind of misread what you're saying. But yeah, maybe just try pirating the whole game and not even using the CD. I don't know. How do you get a picture of a turbo? That's what being a subscriber is. So if you subscribe to the channel, you get a turbo in varying colors. It starts out white, and then it goes green, and then it goes blue. And then it goes purple, and then it goes orange. What's up, Sea Inside? How's it going? Also, I'm amazed we have not crashed yet. We're still not even halfway through this first challenge. But, with the amount of chat that I've been reading and not focusing I've been doing, I'm amazed I haven't crashed yet. Now that I've mentioned it, I have entirely jinxed it. Hey, there you go. Merc Meister showing off how you get that turbo by your name. Thank you very much for the Prime sub, Merc Meister. And Jimmy Oso and Pig Plumber and Baltic, thank you guys for the follows. You had a physical copy of one game, the disc got damaged and it wouldn't start, so I had to do it the other way. Wink, wink. Yeah, man, I would just do it the other way. I wouldn't even bother with the actual CD copy. I did it the other way, and it worked fine for me. So yeah, I don't know exactly. I don't know exactly what the issue is. Yeah, you can get the ISO for the game. It doesn't need. Yeah, I do not use the disc. I don't even have a disc drive in my computer. The Bobby, thank you for the follow. And hold on. Oh, okay. Wait. Am I missing that? The Bobby, thank you for the sub. It's telling me 3 months. Has it been 3 months? The Bobby? Have you not followed, or is that just bugged out? I think maybe that's bugged out. Have you been subbed for 3 months and not followed? I mean, it's fine if that's the case. Thank you very much, by the way. I don't know if that's just my notifier being goofy or what. I'll do it the other way when I get TDU fever again. There you go. Okay, we're still doing fine. Still doing fine. Maybe. Alright. Hey, no worries, the Bobby. Thank you very much for the follow and the sub. Ice and Fire. I'm guessing that's how you say that. Thank you for the follow. Like some games, when you pirate, it has an ISO file which you open and run setup and put the crack files into the gaming folder. Yeah, that's pretty much how it works. Or you just mount the ISO, unless that's kind of what you're talking about. The infamous Windows 10. Windows 10, I know people meme about Windows 10 a lot. I really have never had issues with it. Maybe when Windows 10 first came out. I was against Windows 10 when it first came out. I was still on Windows 7, and I was perfectly happy with Windows 7. But then they gave people Windows 10 for free. So I was just like, well, okay. I guess I'll get Windows 10. And I did have some issues towards the beginning. And even now, like if I'm building a new computer and I do a fresh install of Windows 10, it runs like crap until I give it all the updates. But outside of that, like on this main gaming computer, I don't think I've had issues like Windows 10 issues in years and years and years. But from what I hear, I'm the lucky one. I'm the lucky one. Napalm Bob, thank you for the follow. Yeah, they ended support for Windows 7, yep. Your new PC blue screen? Oh no, Mr. Trash Can. Did you figure it out? Was it just like a random blue screen? Captain XD, OMG, is it the one and only? Nah, I'm an imposter. Just a fake. TDU2 has a lot of issues for me. People made fixes so it runs fine with those. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I will probably be asking you guys what I'm gonna need for TDU2. We'll see. I mean, I always do a little bit of Googling around and exercise my Google foo and see if there's like necessary fan patches and stuff like that. But somehow chat always seems to get things that I miss. So we'll see. Windows 10 startup process before you change is horrible. Tries to open half your programs. Yeah, that is basic Windows etiquette or Windows knowledge. Is you got to change your startup programs so it doesn't open a billion things at once. Why do I have 320 rev limiters? So on Twitch, the more you watch and chat and interact with the channel, the more channel points you get. My channel points are called like revs. How do you change it though? Yeah, I'm telling you right now. The more you watch, the more you interact with chat, the higher your revs go. And it's a point system. So you get, I don't know, I think it's non-subs get like 5 every minute or something like that. And subs get like 10 every minute, or it's some constant rate for as long as you're watching the stream. Chatting also gives you more points, and I think that's kind of it. But yeah, it's a channel point system, so you can redeem it for rewards and stuff like that. It's all over Twitch. You taught me how to tune in Forza. Hey man, glad to hear it. I hope you enjoyed the guides. Dakota, I am doing very well. We're about to make a cool 100 grand, hopefully, if I don't crash within the last 2.5 miles. Okay. Wow, that guy got off the road real early. 10 RPM per 5 minutes. Subs get a 1.2 times multiplayer. Thank you, TSG Aerospace, for the facts. Doing the math. Yeah, or you lose 10k points on betting. Exactly. Yeah, so that's one of the things, Vaultic, that you can do with points, is every now and then we'll run like bets, and you can bet your points. And yeah, every now and then you get little bonuses. Hot Dog Man, by the way, thank you for the follow. Henka, thank you for the follow. And Dakota, thank you for the follow. I'm gonna go on Twatch on PC because typing on an iPad is trash. Yeah, I noticed. Yeah, man, typing on touchscreens, big touchscreens in general, is a pain in the butt. Do you know why sometimes my car does not accelerate but still revs? Probably because you're in neutral. I don't know. Are you talking about Forza? What are you talking about? You talking about real life? I hope you're not talking about real life, because that'd be bad.
At the next intersection.
Here we go. Right. Okay. Right at the end. Rare Dark Ninja and Druggy Hobo. What a name. Thank you guys for the follows. Yeah, Forza in gear. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be something where you have the clutch pressed in somehow. Playing manual, not manual with clutch. I don't know. I don't know. If your car is like hitting the rev limiter and you're not going anywhere, the only option is your clutch is pressed in. Dude, what a shot of this guy. Dang, you guys missed it. My face was covering it, but there was like a jet going by him in the background. Perfect. So we're gonna get 150 grand from this. Ooh! Ooh! 150 grand to start off the stream for the day. Nice. We haven't had a perfect car delivery in a hot minute. Awesome. These are so much more fun. What do they do to change them in TDU2, Mr. Trashcan? I like how the car models are just fine to this day, while the human... Yeah, dude. The cars look great, honestly, for like a 15-year-old game. The people, on the other hand, not so much. Alright, we gotta remember how to drive this thing. Thank you for the follow, Manud4. Maybe Manu D4. Front wheel car and you're turning. Oh, you're still figuring out the revving issues, yeah. More time limits, scarier cars, generally higher stakes. Okay. I do like that, Mr. Trashcan, but there is a certain level of fun to just being able to like do a cruise, you know? Like it intentionally encourages you to slow down and just chill a little bit.
The driver is too fast for us.
There you go, Optim. Also, Reed, what's up? Yeah, Hoki OnlyFans, if you do a tier 4 sub, you get a private link to my OnlyFans where I post only the naughtiest cartoons and cars with their tops off. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Okay, let's not get any cop trouble here. Let's also figure out where we're going next. Okay. I don't understand what you're doing in the game. You just drive around. It's like Forza, if you've played Forza Voltic. You have the whole map to drive around in. You can just drive around if you want, or you can do challenges and races. So what we just did was a challenge. So we got in someone else's car, and he didn't want us to damage it. Callum. Yeah, Callum, I'll send you your link real quick here. So we did a challenge where you get in somebody else's car and you deliver it to someone else. And you don't, like, you lose money based on how damaged the car is. But we did it perfect. We just kind of drove slow. Now, I'm gonna do a race. I'm gonna do one of these. Let's just do this one. Oh no, we don't have that. We don't have bikes. Just kidding. Oh, you know what, actually? We're gonna get the Mura. Where do I get that? Okay, a Lambo dealership? Hold on. Hold on. Our showroom. Okay. Lamborghini. Oh, no. This music's so funky. Classic European car dealership would be my guess. Okay. I don't think it... Oh, that's Lamborghini. But they only have 3 cars for sale. Oh, but it was... That is European Classics. Okay. I think that's where we're gonna go. So let's do that. And then I'm gonna back out
Your itinerary
again.
is being recalculated.
And then we're just gonna teleport close by. Okay. Let's go right here. Nice. Okay.
Your itinerary is being recalculated.
It is exactly Oahu, Rare Dark Ninja. Yeah, this is a 1-to-1 recreation of the actual island. Like, if geographically, major highways, all the pretty much exactly the same. They've had to take some liberties, but like, this is where the real airport is. This is where the real main city is. You know, some of the roads are not the same, but the highway network and the geography is pretty much 1-to-1. It's very cool. I wish Forza would do stuff like this. That's what I like so much about this game. We can zoom out here and see the whole world, by the way. But yeah, that's what I think is so cool about this game. Thought so. I've been there once. Nice, yeah. Well, I'll drive by your hotel in the game. Oops.
You have reached your destination.
Let's hope they have this thing. I wish Horizon was 10 times bigger. I mean, don't we all? Don't we all? Why are you doing early streams? Because I'm working on the Supra later today.
The
Yeah, we're getting
is restocked regularly. However,
it's
some
restocked.
automobiles
Oh,
are
but they have
rare
it.
and less available
Oh,
than
it's only
others.
160 grand. We're gonna end up with cash. Yes. Yes. You'll love to see it. Okay. Yeah, we're totally buying this. The question is... Oh, we don't get to pick color. Because it's like a classic car. It's intentionally meant to be an old car. Okay, can we change the color of this? What was the third car in offer? I can go look at it. These are so beautiful. Okay. You can repaint it. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna repaint it. I don't love this color on it. No homo. Yes, homo. Yellow? Yeah. Yeah, we could do yellow. I would be a fan with that. Brave, what's going on, man? Dang. 40 grand? 40 grand for an E-Type. Imagine that. Oh, man. Okay. Matte Lime. Yeah. We could do it. We could go that way with it. That's the one I used for my G-Class. Nice. Apparently it's good, and it's pretty cheap, and I like it. Okay, so where do we go to paint it? Paint shop. Maybe one of these. Maybe a paint shop. Just a thought. Okay. Where is it? Oh no, we haven't found any paint shops. I don't see any. Oh no. Okay, does anybody know vaguely where a paint shop is? Dude, I'm amazed we haven't found one yet. We've actually driven a decent bit of the map. Not all of it for sure. There was one around the crater, you think? Let's go over to the crater. Anyway, can you go in here? Oh, it looks like you can. How do you get to the crater? Hold on, how do I pan the map here without messing this up? There we go. Cause right, there's a little tunnel here. Do you just drive up into it? Okay, we're gonna, let's see. How do I get rid of that? No. Oh, right here. Yes. All right, we're gonna drive over to the crater.
Your itinerary.
Sweet. There's a premium paint shop you can unlock by beating an event around the crater. You paint custom colors there. All right, well, let's drive to the crater, see if maybe we unlock that event, and go from there. Plus, I just want to check out the crater. I think it'd be kind of cool. Yeah, my hair is almost grown back. Yeah, we're almost back to normal Hokie hair. There's a road going into it in the northeast. Yeah. That's we're headed.
At the next intersection, turn right. Turn right.
There we go. I gotta get a little bit used to
At the next intersection,
this handling again.
Your destination is 3 miles away.
3 miles away, okay. Normal Hokie hair, are you referring to the wig? Yes. Yes. Jeez, Mike. Okay. Dude, Mike is on a rampage right now. That thing burns oil quick, does it? Today was the worst day ever. Me and my granddad were fixing my bike because something was vibrating. We checked the chain and the end line. The intake. Wait, the end line? Endine? Is that something I don't know about, or is that misspelled? The intake and exhaust valves, and what came out is that it was just low on oil. Luckily, I didn't go ride it because I'm not a dumbass anymore. So we just filled it up and it was fine. Hey, so it's not the worst day ever. Engine. Okay, I was trying to figure out, I was like, am I being an idiot? What's an endine? Is that some strange car part I don't know about? Find your dreams come true. I wonder if you know what that means, what it means. Wait, what? Is that like a song lyric? What? Okay, we're just gonna do a little skippy skip. Yeah, that's not the worst day ever. What if it was bad? What if your engine did actually blow up? Low on oil is the best problem to have because it's like a $5 problem to fix.
At the next intersection.
Dang, I'm amazed we haven't been over here yet. This is kind of cool. Ah! Yeah, but we were diagnosing it for 2 hours. Sure. I get that. I get that. Yeah, Death Cap. I mean, shoot, when I owned a Subaru, my
Destination is a half a mile
98 Subaru, I just kept a
Turn right.
5-liter thing of oil in my car and would fill it up maybe once or twice a week. This looks like paint. Oh, it's locked? Why would this be locked? Is this that? Oh, hold on. This is probably the event I need to do. Right? I probably need to do whatever the event is that's right there. You have to do a race. Okay. That was the paint shop you were referring to. Okay. Maybe it's this race right here. The game's trying to keep you away from the ugly cars. Yeah. Is there a way that's I can tell easily what race I'd need to do? Here's a G-class race. Should we just do our first G-class race? Let's do it. 20 grand. What the heck? Around the crater.
Start your engine. 3, 2, 1, go!
You may have COVID. Uh-oh. I'm actually getting my first vaccine dose tomorrow. Alright, watch the paint. Watch the paint, guys, as I go off-road. Oh, come on, come on. Oh, no, 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 no.
At the
Okay,
next
we're good.
intersection,
We're good.
turn left.
Okay. Moderna or Pfizer? Pfizer. Read. This is the... Dude, see inside, I swear. I swear. I'm not even gonna bother because I know it's gonna be some stupid song lyric. Just got a new PC, so you can do Assetto in VR. Dude, the Bobby. Enjoy. Enjoy. That is an unmatched experience. Do you already have a VR headset, Bobby? And if so, which one do you have? I got Moderna. Second shot kicked my ass the day after. Yeah, I'm curious how I'm gonna do. Josie also got Moderna, and it didn't kick her ass, but she was definitely under the weather for a day or two. You have a Rift F's? Nice. I know a lot of people with that headset, and they do seem to like it. You gotten both doses of the Pfizer. How'd you feel at the for your second dose, Rare Dark? There's our entrance, by the way. It's like just to the left. I don't know when it's my turn with the vaccines, with all this AstraZeneca and J&J stuff happening. Yeah, I was actually about to be able to get the J&J vaccine, but then they halted it. So be it. Easy win. Taking it home in the Miura. Look at that superior look of smugness. Oh, dude, you have successfully completed one of the most awesome races on the island. You now have access to the luxury paint shop. Skirt, skirt. Let's go get that thing painted up.
You are driving in
Right
the
over
wrong
here.
direction. Please turn around.
Dude, that's awesome. That couldn't have gone any better. Okay. Do it. Black and gold. I don't think I can do two-tone. Oh shoot, I don't have water today.
At a luxury auto paint shop, you can repaint your automobile with the color of your choice.
Nice. I should go and do some SRP. Everyone should go and do some SRP. Okay. Man. Okay. Solid. Wait. Solid color. Change color type. What's that? X? Let's do this. Oh, metallic color, solid color. Oh, geez, guys. Okay. Let's start with yellow. Let's see what we're feeling with yellow. Ah, that's like a gross yellow. That's like a Hold on. Does that look better in metallic? Yeah, the metallic colors look better. Okay, I can zoom in, but I can't zoom out. That's not the right yellow. That's a bad yellow. That's a little... I don't know. The yellows aren't looking right. There's a yellow I have in my head, and it's not there. It is a puke color. This is a little bit better. Okay, let's look at green. Green actually does look pretty good. Green looks pretty cool. Let's just go through all the kind of base stuff here. Ooh, that looks nice, but it's not appropriate. Yeah, we can look at black. Black is just, I always go black with everything. I mean, yeah, black definitely looks good. And there you go, you got your gold wheels still. Killer Spectre and Raunos, I think I missed your guys' follows a while ago. Thank you guys for the follows. I just went and looked at it. We can do like, I want to do something that's an interesting color for this. The dark green does look kind of good. We could do purple. Try some very dark orange. Do like that, like a little burnt orange. That looks pretty good. I don't know. So the one we test drove was purple, wasn't it? It was like pretty much this purple, and I kind of did like it. I just don't know though. Red? Like a candy red? Ooh. Oh, we might do red. Do pink. There you go. What an abomination. Let's look at like a nice... Guys, I think it's gonna be red. This is regular TDU. Yeah, we talked quite a bit at the beginning of the playthrough about whether or not we were gonna do like vanilla or platinum, and we're just doing straight up vanilla. I think this is gonna be it. Let's get a little bit fine-tuned with it here. Maybe a little bit of orange in there. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, this is good. This is where it is. I think this is the color right here. Just a hint of orange. Just enough. Okay. It's done. 24 grand. Oh yeah, let's look at... Okay. Solid color or metallic? Not metallic for sure. Okay. Oh, secondary color. Oh. Oh. Should we do black? Should we do pink? Rare dark. I didn't get sick. I just felt a little tired. A little worse than the first dose. No fever on either dose. Okay. Well, that's good. I mean, it's either got to be like black or white, right? Yeah, the McDonald's mobile, just make it yellow. It's so gross. Oh, man. I think it's going to just be black. I don't see why not, you know? Oh, the highlight. That's what I missed on the first one. Okay. Yeah, just black. Just more black. All right. Done. That's kind of creepy. Him just like shutting the door, staring at me. I don't like this guy. I don't like that. That's the look of a guy who took my sweet, sweet Miura out on a test drive. He's got that suspicious face going. Okay, red. Red was a good choice. This thing looks good. Literally everyone in chat, pink, Hoki, red. Listen, red and pink are pretty much the same color, okay?
You have reached your destination.
Oh, this is cool. White primary, red secondary, and you'll get a driving Polish flag. Really? Dude, this is crazy. So we're inside the crater right now. Oh, this is kind of cool. From just like a tourism perspective, if you will. What is that up there? Hold on, what is this? Hold on, we're driving up the top. Okay. Maybe it's just a graphic bug. Maybe you guys can't even see that. But at the top here, there's definitely like a weird thing. Skyline, what's going on?
Your itinerary is being recalculated.
Okay. Pink is light red. Exactly. Brown is dark orange. Join me in the brown truther gang. Exactly.
At the next
Exactly.
intersection,
Oh, there's a
turn
rent-a-car
left.
place in here too.
Turn left.
Brakes.
Turn right.
This thing actually does have some pretty good brakes for how old it is. Pink is just a variation of red. See? I did what chat wanted. Frosty, thank you for the follow. Theory, the color green. Isn't that a thing, like the color purple doesn't actually exist? I feel like I've watched like a Vsauce video
Your
on
destination is
that
a
at
half
some
mile
point.
away.
About how the color purple is not a real color. It's just made up in our head. Is this a house? Maybe that's what I was seeing, is just like a kind of graphical thing from the house. Dude, this is sweet. If this is a house, we might have to get this house.
You have reached
Oh, it
your
is a house.
destination.
Okay, this is what I was seeing. I was just seeing the glowy from this house. What is this place? 308,000. 8 vehicles. Did we look at this one? I think we looked at... did we? I don't know if we've seen this one. Dude, this is sick. Because this is basically our house now. But just with a way cool view. I mean, our house now has a pretty good view, but... Okay, hold on. Virtual tour. How do I do... Drop my mouse off my desk. Hold on. Sharp Hands, thank you for the follow. Locate real estate? No.
Your itinerary is being recalculated.
Hold on, I want to do the virtual tour. How do I do that? Is it Y? It's not mapped on my thing. I can't do virtual tour. All right, we'll go to the real estate office and we'll figure it out from there. Dude, this is one of the big reasons I want something like a drone mode. Because I would love to be able to just drone up and actually see the view a little bit better from
You are
here.
driving in the wrong direction.
Come on.
Please
There we
turn
go.
around.
This
Your
is so
destination
dope.
is 3 miles away.
What do you mean, Yam? This is 100% there in real life. It obviously is. Everybody knows that Elon Musk lives at the top of a crater in Hawaii. In that exact house. And I love that you can see the city. Ah, dude, this is so cool. Okay. So the real estate agent's only 2.5 miles away.
At the next intersection, turn left.
Hawiwi. Is that how Hawaii is properly pronounced?
Turn right.
Dude, I was hitting X, XO. It wasn't working. I don't know. I just think I don't have it mapped. I had to map all of the controls when I started the game, and I just didn't map some of the stuff I didn't think I would need. How? Wow, that's kind of hard to say. I couldn't use my mouse. It wouldn't let me
Your
switch to the
destination
mouse.
is 1.5 miles
I
away.
tried all the things that you wanted me to try, I promise. Good thing the cop didn't see that.
Your destination is 1 mile away. At the next intersection, turn left. Turn left.
Okay, we're good. Saving up my RPM. I gotta add a couple more interesting RPM things
destination is a
besides
half mile
doggo
away.
mode and race mode.
At the next intersection, turn right. Turn right.
Go right at the end here. Well, that's what happens when you don't use mouse and keyboard like a normal person.
At the
Wait,
next
what?
intersection, turn left.
What do you mean? What are you talking about, see inside? I was using the mouse and
left.
keyboard.
You have reached your destination.
There's something similar to TDU2's driving school in this. I don't think so. Forced first person, yeah. I could do that. Okay. The Mililani Haven of Peace. I just want to check this house out. Okay, so I'm hitting X. It's not letting me do virtual tour. And I move the mouse around. Guys, it was just on the other monitor. It's right there. Come on, you dinguses. Oh, this is the starter house. This is the house we first got. Okay. I mean, I knew it wasn't like a nice one. What happens when I activate race mode while you are not playing a racing game? So we actually talked about that yesterday. I need to just disable race mode when we're not doing a racing game. I know it's not an interesting answer, but that's pretty much it. So isn't this is pretty much a carbon copy of the house I do already own, but it's just in a different place. This is so cool, but at the same time, it's the same house I have, just in a different place. So I might end up not getting it. Yeah, man beats up orcs in Track Spec R34. Exactly. I'll save it. That's the other thing, is I haven't figured out exactly what I want to do. I think I just have to do no helmet, right? In Assetto Corsa, in VR. But what I've wanted to do, I'll show you. Let's see, because I've never actually tested this. What I want to do is find a way to like make the VR headset fit inside the helmet. And man, let me just drop this $500 piece of tech. It's really close. Oh, it's really close to being able to just fit. Because wouldn't that be so cool if you could like mod the headset? Oh man, the little face thing came off. There we go. But yeah, wouldn't it be so cool if you could take off the little headset thing and then put it like, you know, right here, right there, and then you put on the helmet and it's like the full VR experience. That'd be so cool. I want to do that so bad. Maybe I have another VR headset. I have an original Vive. If it's small enough, because this one's pretty small. That's like the thing about it. If it's small enough, I bet I could just take it off and just mount it somehow to right here. Alright. Alright, we might have to mess with that someday. Okay. Enough of that. John, what's up? Yeah, Iron Man. Exactly. Okay. Yeah, this is totally the house we already have. That is a view, though. That is a view. Holy crap. Hashtag shit Wi-Fi gang. Oh man, I'm sorry. Okay. We're not gonna buy it. We don't need it. But it is a cool house. 2 million. The Black Point house. 3 point. Whoa. What is that? Dang. Okay, I think we have looked at this one. Yeah, I think we have looked at this. This is... Hold on, where's the garage? This right here. Coolest thing. I don't know, I just think that's so dope. If I had a garage that actually looked like that, ooh, I'd put like a little water feature in there. Maybe a little fish tank or something. Yeah, this house is sweet. Only 4 mil. 3.5. Actually, it's a deal. It's a steal. Okay. You could live in that garage. My entire house is probably smaller than that garage. Looked at a G923 wheels and pedals shifter and stand, and I'm looking around 650. Yeah, man. Sim stuff is expensive if you want to, like, do it properly. you know? I mean, I have about $1,000 into my sim rig, and A, that's like nothing compared to a bunch of people, and B, I'm still on a G29. If I want to actually get into like a real wheel, with still not going like direct drive, but just get something like the CSL, the Fanatic CSL, that's another like $1,000. Or I can buy like a whole turbo for my real life car. so I don't know. Just noticed the real estate agent company is called Rob and Roger. Is it really? I didn't notice that. That's awesome. Yeah, I actually modded that custom. It's me that owns the real estate business here. Yeah, Roger's a good partner. Good partner. You know, he handles the business side of things. I'm more of like the PR, on the PR side. I just drive around with a big Rob and Roger banner on all my cars. So you bought a house from yourself? Dude, that's how you save on real estate fees. That's the pro tip they don't tell you. Just buy the house from yourself. Also, I'm just driving down here because I'm curious what's down here. And there is something down here. Oh, it's a house. Sweet. Dude, I love this game, man. I love this game so much. I really hope. I really, because here's my fear. Here's my fear. There is, well, let's start with this. There is obviously a new test drive game coming out. Test Drive Solar Crown. Or Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown, maybe. But my fear is that they're going to try and not do this formula because Horizon has already done it, like, well enough. Horizon has done a formula similar to this, and Horizon is, like, overwhelmingly, unbelievably, stupidly successful. So, my fear is that Test Drive Solar Crown is going to see that. They're going to see that success, and they're going to be like, oh, well, we don't want to tread on their ground. We don't want to try and take that. We're going to try to do something different. And they're just going to, like, abuse the Test Drive Unlimited name and turn it into something else. And turn it into, like, a, I don't know, a shadow of its former self, if you will. But imagine TDU just as it is in the modern world, with, like, good driving physics, modern graphics, hundreds of cars, or even like 100 cars is fine. Doesn't need to be hundreds of cars. Like these buyable houses, the big map. Ugh, man. I hope. Well, I hope if they do something different in sim physics. Man, keep hoping, John. I doubt that. I doubt it'll be simi physics. Don't we know it's the people making it? The people making it are the people that are make the WRC games, right? That's what I think I remember that. And the WRC games are like, they're not sim, but they're not like heavy arcade. They're kind of, well, I guess they're kind of like Forza Horizon-y. I'll say it again, I'd much rather prefer 40 cars with a lot of things you can actually do with them. In a game like this, yeah, I would agree with you, Seenside. Forza, I'm kind of the other way around. Forza's my game where, like, I just want all the cars. But in a game like this, I'd be fine with less cars if each car had tons of upgrade stuff. Oh, good news. Visual shaking has been fixed in AC too, so both physics and visual physics fixed. My God, man. How does it just keep getting better? I did sub to the CSP Patreon, by the way. Very much worth it. Very, very much worth it. And yeah, I drove around. Dude, by the way, let me just take a moment to brown nose John in the team here. Holy crap, the performance improvements on SRP are the greatest thing to happen in 2021 to me. Seriously. Because, okay, back before 0.9.1 or whatever that you guys are on, when point 9 was just released, if I wanted to do SRP in VR, here, we'll just keep driving around while we're chatting. I really have no goal at the moment. We'll do some races, but I'll at least keep driving around. Okay, but anyway, when I wanted to do SRP in VR, I had to turn the settings pretty much down to minimum. I had to make the game just look butt ugly in VR in order to get it to run at all. And if I wanted it to run online, that was just like not happening. Like I'd be barely scratching 60 FPS and it'd be bouncing all over the place and it was super inconsistent. It was like, it wasn't fun. And that's why I didn't play SRP for a long time, because I only play Assetto in VR. And I just couldn't do SRP 9.0 or 0.9 in VR. At least not multiplayer. Single player was a bit easier to run. Now though, I can run at effectively VR max. Well, yeah, I can run at max settings, max game settings, with all the fun CSP stuff turned on, and I can super sample a little bit, and it will still run smooth as heck throughout the entire map. It's a dream come true. I never expected it to run that well in VR. I don't know. It's the best thing to happen. It seriously is, because now I can finally play again, and play for long periods of time. I would suffer through it and be like, I can handle the low frame rate. I can handle it being jittery, but it just sucks. It's just uncomfortable on my eyes, and it's uncomfortable. It makes it harder to drive by a long shot. And it's just a bummer. It was just a bummer. But now it is butter smooth with all the new stuff turned on. And I got Soul 2.0 or 2.0.2. That helped a lot. It looks great and runs great. I have that maxed out with all the fun stuff. Man, that it's just so good. Now I need that to happen. I really need that to happen with Flight Simulator. Because Flight Simulator, whew. John, if you guys are looking for a side project, why don't you go hit up the dudes at Asobo who make Flight Simulator. Just call your Microsoft contact, and be like, hey, so we have this map and we made it run really good. Can we take your map, which is literally the entire Earth, and make it run better? Because if you guys could do that to Microsoft Flight Simulator, whew, I'd be stoked. It was a 3,071 object reduction. Jeez, that's crazy. Is that without visual reduction? What was the stuff that got removed? Just useless stuff you never see? I'm just curious. I like to know how this stuff works. No, we're not going to be doing SRP at the end of the day, because as soon as I get off stream... Hello. As soon as I get off stream, I'm going to go work on the Supra with my buddy. He's coming over right when my stream ends. Dude, Soul is such a good mod. Assetto Corsa with Content Manager, Soul, and CSP is a different game. It is literally a different game. Yeah, me and Raj are gonna work on the Supra, exactly. Okay, let's get a goal here. So, with this level here, actually, you know what? Hold on. Let's go to our house, because I wanna check this out. Okay, house is over here. Nope. Wait. What? Okay, now we're on the north side of the map. That. There. Okay. Because I think from here, is it an info? Rankings, right? Maybe not. No, it's not this. Maybe it's garage prog or game progress? Yeah. Okay. General. So, hold on, guys. You know what? I keep reaching for my water, and I keep forgetting that my water's gone. I'm gonna go grab water really quick, and I'll be right back. Oh, hold on, John. I want to read this. Basically, we first tried importing Shibuya. We did it in chunks that were set up so they pop out with LOD. In a normal game, that's good, but in AC, more object equals more CPU needed. Ooh, you might have a 180 coming. Ooh. Can you get a Mark III Supra? Please? Okay, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna grab some water. My wife is the best. Literally opened the door. She already had heard me and like filled up a water thing for me. Someone was making a Mark III, but they dropped it. Dude, by the way, I had somebody making a Mark III for me, and it's really, really good. It's fully converted to left-hand drive, and it's like 99% done. I need like 2 fixes on it. And now they're not working on it. Like, and it's paid. I want them, well, it's not paid. I want to pay them for it. If you're in chat right now, God, I'm blanking on his name. Who is it? Hold on. I'm calling him out. We're doing it right now. Calling out. Who is it? Facundo or Facundo. Facundo. Was making me a Mark III Supra and was doing amazing on it. And it was looking so good. Yeah, he is good. He's really good. He fully recreated my Mark III. But there's like 2 things left to fix on it. The boost gauge on the pillar, on the A pillar, is too small. And the key is on the wrong side. The key's on the left side and I want it to flip over to the right side. That's like all that needs to be fixed on the whole car. And I haven't heard from him in like 3 months. And I bugged him once, but I'm like, I feel bad. I don't want to bug him. But he just spaced it or something. I don't know. And I haven't paid him for it yet. So presumably he would want the money for it. But I don't know. I don't want it. I want it done because I want to have my Mark III in game. Because I think it's, as far as I know, it's like the only left-hand drive Mark III that's been modded for Assetto. I could be totally wrong about that. But I would definitely say it's probably the best Mark III that's been left-hand modded. Because it's got all the proper seams. It's not like a hack job. It was done really, really well. And it looks amazing. There's just 2 tiny little fixes. Yeah, bug them for me. Be like, hey, HokiHoshi called you out on a stream. He released an S13 the other day. Yeah, I know he's still kind of active in your guys' mods channels and stuff like that. Okay. Anyway, back to the game. Sorry, I have this cowlick that's been just driving me nuts all stream. I keep looking over and I see it. Anyway, so with this, what's P? Oh wait, duh. What's P? Is this just like victory points or something? John, what's P? Well, asking the real question. Progression points. Okay. So how do I earn progression points? I'm assuming it's from races. You get them by completing the task. Do I get to see how many P's I get? Because that's kind of what my goal is, right? Is to get to champion rank. And then from that, that's kind of how we finish up the game. I just kind of want to know what my road to victory is here. So like if I see this, it's just level pro. Depends how much liquids you take in. Hey, John, I got that covered now, okay? Got it covered. Oh, get back into the garage. Look at the top of the info tab. Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. Thank you, TSG. There we go. Here's your points. If you click on the little symbols in the top, next to where it said general, you can scroll through objectives. Different objectives give different P. Okay, yeah, we'll take a look at it. So it was info, game progress. This here. Oh, okay, hold on. Oh, even these give P. Okay. Okay, here, let me bring this down here. Okay, so driving. So it's like an achievement system. This is cool. This is cool, man. I did not realize this is how you kind of progressed in the game. Buy a performance pack for one of your vehicles in a tuning shop. Gives you 10p. Dude, this is... Oh, man. This gives me a lot more respect for the game, honestly. This is really cool, man. I did not realize this is kind of how you progressed through it. Okay. So, starting here. Okay. So we need to win Gold Cup in 5 more races to get 20p. Sorry, totally just had a brain fart there. Also, Johnny the Rock and Alpaca So Cracked. Thank you guys for the follows. Sorry, Alpaca, I missed yours like 15 minutes ago. Yeah, Cute Light. There is a new TDU coming out. We know nothing about it, but there is a new TDU coming out. Okay. Successful missions 5. Oh, wow. Okay. Island Tour. Island Tour is that race that I was thinking about. Multiplayer we can't do. Purchases. 10 more cars. 3 different Ferraris. Hey, if we buy 1 more Lamborghini, we get 20 points. Okay. Oh, if we own 1 more house. Should we just buy a cheap house? 15 houses. Jeez, man. Okay. So for now, HXRV18. What a name. Thank you for the follow. Let's cover all the roads on the island. We're a quarter of the way done with that. Alright, so let's... Here's my goal. Let's make some money. Let's buy a house and buy another Lambo. That's the goal right now. Because let's do 5 more races. 5 races to get that one. Buy another Lamborghini and buy a house. And that'll give us enough to probably go up to... Nope, not rankings. Back. Game progress. Oh yeah, so we need 25 to get to expert rank. You need 1,000 to hit... Oh, no. You need 450, which is still a lot. Jeez, okay. Okay. Alright, now I understand how the game works, though. This is really cool. Pick up a Mercy death cap? We could. It's made by the WRC series devs, but info is very sparse. Yeah, apparently some more info is supposed to come out soon. Ooh, I hope so, man. I mean, we are entering, here, let's get that going. We are entering E3 space. Hi all, thank you for the follow. Oh, higher tier achievements give you more. Okay, cool, good to know. All right, so let's get a race going, eh? I need to close this really quick. There we go. Okay. So let's focus in on just races. I don't want to do these. Game progress? Yeah, unsuccessful, right? Is unsuccessful ones I've tried and failed, or just ones I haven't done yet? I'm guessing that. Okay. Close that. Can do some of the ones around the crater. F. We do have F class cars. Let's see if there's some higher ones though. Now you have 420 revs. Nice. One thing you should know is that the game doesn't really have a final race, so you have to decide when to call it quits. Okay. Good to know. That is genuinely good to know. I think, let's do this one. Should we just quit when we hit champion? Hit that 450? Yeah, I'm trying to think. In my head, I just don't remember there being like a finish to the game. And the only thing that does stick out in my head is when you unlocked that race that went all the way around the map. But it does seem like we kind of just unlock that and then you just have the race. So if there's no solid end, Lamborghini, yeah, absolutely, I remember you. Hello, welcome to the stream today. If there's no solid endpoint to the game, that's just like, hey, you did it, like, game's over, now you can kind of do whatever you want, then yeah, we will have to figure that out, and I think it'll just be,
At the next intersection,
I think it'll just be getting to champion rank, right? Yeah, I remember the one that gives you $1 million. I totally remember doing that. TSG Aerospace. Absolutely remember that. I suggest just doing every race. Maybe. I don't want to do like a completionist run. I just want to get... My goal with these playthroughs is to just get like the full experience, you know? I just want to get... I want to feel like I've played the game through and through again. Dude, every car you ever want is in Assetto Corsa Burnout. Like, genuinely. Yeah, there's dozens and dozens and dozens of FDs in Assetto. Champion unlocks the last batch of races. So that would be a bit of a disservice. Okay. What I would do is just finish every race. Or end it after finishing the 1 hour race that you'll unlock soon. Okay. I think we'll wait on the whole 1 hour. I think we won't end it at the 1 hour race. I think that'll be the last thing we do in the game. That'll be like our last stream. Is maybe doing that 1 hour final race. Is that the race that's just all the way around the island? Does it take an hour to get all the way around the island? Yeah, I don't know. So, right, see inside. Yeah, I remember TDU2 being a lot more, I don't want to say hand-holdy, but it kind of just carries you more logically through the game. Imagine missing gold for the 1 hour race by 3 seconds. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Okay, I'm building a Hakosuka at the moment. Pick a paint. Millennium Jade or Midnight Purple. Oh, Midnight Purple. Yeah. It takes about 45 minutes if you're fast, but the time limit for it's an hour. So everyone just calls it the 1 hour race. So does it take then an hour to get all the way around the map? Let's do, what's this one? Nice. The Improv. Okay, I thought it just crashed for a second. There's only 5 cars in this race? Or did I just miss that? Yeah, there's only like 4, there's only 4 cars in this whole race. That's kind of weird. I think it's 200 kilometers, though I'm not sure, for the final race. We got a little bit of catch up to do here. I'm sure we'll be fine. But, yo, your diff is broken. Yeah, seriously. Was that a knock, or was that one of the dogs? Okay. One of the dog's tails just, like, knocked on my door. Couldn't tell if it was my wife or one of the dogs. Yeah, Rare Dark, you can post a link if you want. You could realistically go around the map in 47 to 50 minutes, but knowing how many pop songs have filled your head with, it could be more. Yeah, you're not wrong. I think our last stream of this game is gonna be getting out the wheel. I'll get in the sim rig, and we'll do the 1 hour race in the sim rig. If it all works, you know? But I think that'll be like our send-off to TDU1. We'll be doing the 1 hour race around the island in the sim rig. The question now is just, when do we decide to do that? Sorry, cop. Get out the sim rig and drive a bike for the memes. Yeah, we could do that. Oh, that'd be kind of funny. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh, okay. That was just, you know, a little show-off tactic. Oh, come on, come on. Go, car, go! What is happening? I'm stuck. Oh no, I'm stuck. I'm totally stuck. Oh, wait, wait. Oh my god, I'm such an idiot. Reset the car. Wait, how do I can't reset the car. Oh no. Oh no. What have we done? Okay. Let's just restart the race real quick here. I don't know what happened.
3, 2, 1, go!
Go, go, go. Come on. Come on. There we go. Stop texting Roger and drive. You're right. You're right. Yeah, always go out of my way for the meme. Absolutely. Definitely thought I was gonna expertly dodge that. Dang, that was fast, John. Spoke with Facundo. That's how you pronounce it, by the way. He said he doesn't want any money until the turbo gauge pillar's done. He's waiting on someone to help him with it, but they've been busy. Also, it's a Motorsport 4 model. I'd like to do a GTS one too. Yeah, we talked about, by the way, thank you for doing that, jeez. We talked about which model to use, and he kind of showed me both of them. Oh, shoot. And the reason I went with the Forza model is because the Forza model was already just more accurate to my car from like a trim level perspective. So even though the Gran Turismo model was more accurate from like a modeling perspective, you would have had to do a lot more work to get it accurate. With like the seats were different, the bumpers were different, everything was different in the car from a trim level perspective. So I just said go with the Forza one. I play in VR and I never see the outside of the car anyway, so I don't really care. I'm sure you're gonna do great anyway. And so he wanted to do the Gran Turismo one, and he was like, please do the Gran Turismo one. I'm like, no, just do the Forza one, because it's very obvious that he cares about his work, and he wants it. He takes pride in it. But I was like, you can be lazy, man. It's okay. Like, you can just do the Forza model. I don't want you to have to like literally custom model and like remove all these things on the seats and do a completely different like front bumper and all that crap. Some Forza stuff is USDM too, which helps. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it had like different badging on the other one, which I mean that's not that hard to fix, but it was just a bunch of little stuff that I didn't want to have him worry about. And the Forza model still looked good.
Turn left.
You know, from my perspective, it still looked fine. But man, that's cool. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really in a rush, but I just figured he had totally like forgotten about it, and I'm just sitting here like not using it because I'm like, oh, I want it to be done, and then every now and then I'm like, I scroll past it because I do have the incomplete version of it,
At the next
that he's given me.
turn right.
And every now and then I'll scroll past it and be like, no, I won't drive it until it's done. And I haven't like tuned it and everything and messed with the sound and stuff like that because I want to make it pretty one-to-one to my actual car, as much as I can. Anyway, when do we get cat tennis chat in Discord? What? What? 13B? Laser Rock. Hey, what's going on? Ooh. Yeah, Deathcap, I've been very, very lightly following your modeling journey. Oh, yeah. I figured that would happen. Come on. Last checkpoint. It makes sense that we'd mess it up here, right? Block him, yeah! That's the pro gameplay move right there. Let's go! Nice. There is a % of AC modders on Discord that instantly dismiss mods. They use Forza models as inferior, even though from the modder side of things, everything is top-notch. Weird people, I guess. Man, and I don't necessarily mean this in, like, I'm not trying to talk shit. But man, some Forza modders are so particular about stuff like that. It's crazy. I'm just like even with Facundo or whatever, I had to like beg him to just use the Forza model. He's like, but listen, the GT1's really, it's way better. It's way better. And I'm like, I can't even tell. Like, yeah, if you showed me side by side, I actually could like look at it and see like, I don't know, how many vertices were in the... Oh shoot. Okay, I didn't mean to do that. What the heck, let's do it. Where do I make this? Right here. But yeah, people can be really... Yeah, so, yeah, it is like... There's like a secret... Assetto Corsa modders OCD. It's like a symptom. I don't know. It's... Man. Cause I've considered like getting into it from a mild perspective, of just like learning how to change colors and put on different wheels, and I have learned a bit how to mess with the performance side of things and like change engine sounds and you know, turn up boost or do like all sorts of. I'm fairly familiar now with the with being able to modify how the car handles from a physics perspective, and I wanted to be able to like mess with different wheels and just do little stuff like that. But when I hang out in the channels for modders, it's all just talking about like, well, don't use that model. That model's crap. Oh, you use those models? It's just like, come on, man. It's just modding. It's just messing around. Quit. Did I not bet any money, so I just didn't win anything for that? Whoops. Okay. Alright, back to racing. I put cat tennis in Hoki suggestions. I'll look at it. 13B. It's gotta be a Lotus. I don't have a Lotus. Let's go back up here. E-Class. Do we have E-Class? I know we have D-Class. It's just a... What are the ones, what's the difference between grayed out? Oh, I do have a Lotus. Oh, that's right, we have the Esprit. Where was that? Was that this one? Is that this one? This one? Where was that race? Ah, there we go, this one. Two Lotai. Yeah, there you go. Change vehicle. Esprit. Start. Okay. Lotuses. Look at all those Exiges just all lined up, and then the Esprits on the other side. Or I guess one of these. One of those sounds pretty dang good. Oh, they don't know how to drive though. I think it's the Exige, but it sounds pretty good.
At the next intersection, turn right. Turn right.
Yeah, just straight, like no dodging whatsoever. Not at all. Okay, that's fine. Dang, the Esprit is just taking off. Okay. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Dang, these guys are actually pretty quick. Back into the truck again. Oh, their signature move. Speaking of Lotuses, they messed up the transmission of the Evora in TDU2. The gearbox goes first, second, third, fifth, fourth. Really? Has that ever been fixed? What? That's hilarious. Yeah, man, they love those trucks, Burnout. That's hilarious. So you have to like shift, 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 and then downshift. Oh, pro moves right here. There we go. Not officially, but there's a community patch that fixes it. Thank the heavens for the community, man. Where would so many games be without community patches? Skyrim, dead in the water. Assetto Corsa, no one would have heard of Assetto Corsa if it wasn't for modding. Not no one, but you know what I'm getting at. And like stuff like TDU with TDU 1 Platinum and TDU World, like, dude, I love people. And so it's awesome because 99% of the time it's a passion project. And so it's like it's made with love. And it's just I love modders, man. They're the best people. Yeah, AC would have died 5 years ago if not for mods. Yeah, exactly. This is actually a bit of a longer race. Basically, it makes it undrivable. Oh, that's right, if you use auto. Oh my gosh. Yeah, because it would just shift you from third to fifth and then to fourth. Oh man, that's amazing. This is a nice little view here. With that, like, 10 poly waterfall, but you know. Okay, we're good. We're good. You know, I remember TDU2's handling being weird. But I feel like it's gotta be better than this. This handling model, it's good sometimes, but as soon as you factor in like the weight of the cars, it gets so wonky. And I feel like that was way better in TDU2. Oh, we're done. Come on. Let's go. Oh no. How do I reset the car? There we go. Oh, that time it worked. Of course. Block them. Where are they at? Get out of here. No! Sure, that one time. There they go. Okay, at least the Esprit hit something. Alright, we're only like halfway through the race anyway. Oh, like stuff with that, you get no grip. Which, like, okay, to a point that'd be true, but man, it's just so... The cars are just so floaty. Yes, that British engineering. There we go. I don't think it's weird, it's just a Lotus. It sounds normal. Wait, what? The community patch also adds a bunch of cars that were mysteriously absent. Like the entire Wait, Lamborghini's just gone? In TDU2? What? Yeah, I did entirely forget to shift. There were no Lambos in TDU2. What? Did they just forget? What the hell happened with TD? I know that on launch there was a lot of drama around TDU2, like going through dev hell, and the studio was like closing down and stuff like that. But what? That's so weird. Missing are also some obscure cars like the R34 and the Toyota Supra Mark IV. What are those? I don't think I've heard of those. I mean, if they're obscure, who cares, you know? I don't know. I don't need cars I haven't heard of in the game. I'd rather have like popular brands, you know? Yeah, some Chinese communist cars. Yeah, that makes sense. Nissan? I prefer Datsun myself. Yeah, exactly. What is this Nissan? Is Lambo missing as they didn't get the license, or they... Oh yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe there was an issue with the licensing, and so they had to pull the game, or pull the cars from the game. I would fully believe that. The tipping of the fedora intensifies. Oh no, oh no. Okay, we're fine. No, we're fine. Okay. What's the, that's look back. Okay.
At the next intersection.
I need to learn that for my SIG blocking technique. Malambo. Oh man, that's good. Oh, that's awesome. If that's not a little photoshopped meme already, it needs to be one. Alright, let's not mess this up right at the end. Hoki, please shift. I'm sorry, it's the car's so quiet. And so I listen to the car and I'm like looking at chat and driving in the background a little bit. Ooh. So I forget to shift. I'm sorry. Infinite RPM. Yeah, exactly. You don't even need to shift. It goes around in circles, right? It's like a clock. Dang, that was 40 grand for that race. Okay. What are we up to? CVT moment. Yeah, everybody knows the Lotus Esprit came with a CVT. Everybody knows that. Okay. We got a nice fat chunk of change. These, I think, were beginner races. Should we just do these anyway? Just to get the, Let's just do these. There's a Ferrari F40 in TDU2 that's in C1 class, but there are no C1 class events in the entire game. What? Dude, what is TDU2? Oh, dude, it's been a hot minute since we've been in the TT. Oh, nice. Okay. Oh, what a lineup. Just some real beauts. My friend's mom had the cat stolen on her Prius. Got some scare when the engine kicked in at 50. Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, because it would run in hybrid. So you'd start up with the car and you wouldn't notice. And then you'd be like driving on the highway and it would switch over to the engine and just wah! Dude, that's amazing. I'd want to do that just as a prank to all the Prius owners. Because you wouldn't notice until you actually started driving the car. That's so funny. Wow, you've seen a F40 in the wild, 13B. That's wild. There's a bunch of cars like that, but it's especially bad for the F40 because it's a paid DLC. You buy it and you can't use it for anything offline. What? It's no wonder, man, that Eden got shut down. No wonder Eden got shut down. What? Dude, that's crazy. How did that... That doesn't... Dude, what? I'm literally dumbfounded by that. That's hilarious. How did they get away with something like that? T-Fines, thank you for the follow. About 5 minutes ago. Poor Prius owners did nothing wrong. Ignores the one Twitter hashtag that shows Prius drivers doing stupid stuff. Hey, listen, I got nothing. My grandma drives a Prius, okay? You know, I love my grandma. But it's just funny thinking of them being, driving in hybrid mode or on electric and then switching over to gas halfway to the grocery store and realizing that their cat got stolen. Okay. Her car is a Japanese import, and every time she starts it, it speaks to her in Japanese. They still have no idea what it means. Dude, my car did that. The R33 that I had in Japan. It was something for the toll system. I'm trying to think of what it was. But yeah, you'd start it up, and it was like this sweet little Japanese voice. I'm trying to think of what she said. I don't really remember, but it was great. Speaking of GTR, y'all like McDonald's? Yeah, the McDonald's edition GTR. Man, I'm so sold on that. Oh, switch car. Back to the Esprit. Yes. There we go. My best car spot has been a few classic Ferraris at a local meetup and a Nismo GTR that got pulled over. Nice. Always the best. Always the best spot to see a car. That's kind of funny. The guy modified his car to play Eurobeat when you reach a certain RPM. That's a brilliant idea. That's like some Top Gear stuff when they would like mess with one of the other guys' cars and make it so whenever they hit their brakes, it also hit their horn. What it would need to do is as the RPM increases, the Eurobeat just needs to get louder. So if you're driving at like 3,000 RPM, like 0 to 3,000, it's muted. And then as soon as you go over 3,000, it progressively, as you increase in revs, just gets louder, 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 louder. Man, I might have to do that on the Supra. How, that in theory, that actually shouldn't be that hard. I don't know how to do it at all, but I think that wouldn't be that hard to do. Max revs all the time. Heck yeah, man, that's what it's all about. Just be burning out everywhere, just destroying your car, just blasting Eurobeat. If you have an aftermarket ECU, you could get someone to program in the functionalities. Yeah. I mean, yeah, to a certain point, yeah. So like 3 to 4.5 is just the build-up. Yeah, exactly. You could even have it where it would like, it would loop the build-up to the break, to like the beat drop.
At the next
So it would loop the build-up, be like, like, or, you know, whatever. And then as soon as you hit like 5,500 or something like that, then it would just drop the beat. And it would just start going crazy as soon as you hit a certain threshold. Someone made a Civic and a Seto that goes supersonic speeds, and the sound is the THX sound effect. That's amazing. Or Teriyaki Boys, yeah. That's pretty funny.
Turn right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, See Inside. I don't think it would be that hard. These sections are actually surprisingly tricky. If RPM equals 1500, engine off. It just shuts you down. No drive for you, yeah. Oh, dang. Wait. Was that somebody actually racing me? What? How'd they catch up to this car?
Turn left.
I've been driving so fast. How much? Oh, okay, we're about to finish, right? Yeah, it's right up here.
The driver is too fast for us.
There you go. Okay, is that our 5th race? Have we now done 5 whole races? Yeah. There you go. Okay. You've won 20 gold cups out of 120. Yeah, we're not going to be finishing every race. Okay. So now, let's go buy a Lamborghini. We have up to... Hold on. Let's go to our house first. Nope. Here we go. The driver's too damn right, Hamilton. I'll stop in the middle of the road and cross my arms. Isn't that what you do when you win a race? That's what I do. If I'm doing like highway pulls with somebody and I beat them, I just pull over and just kind of with that signature look of superiority. And I just wait and they just fly on by. But they know that
The driver is too fast for us.
they know. Okay. We're 5 points away from hitting expert. What was it that I wanted to look at? Oh, the garage. I want to go to the garage. Who am I on the phone with? Yeah, see inside. Exactly. Okay, so we have D class. I think our highest is C or B. What's this? This is C. So we still need... So we have G, F, D, E, and C. Okay, so we have everything we need. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I'm on the phone with Roger. I know the alphabet. You guys, come on. So should we do... Does Lamborghini make a B-class car? I bet they do. Let's go to a dealership and see if they make a B-class car. Okay. Boom. Now I want to do it in a step though. I mean, we could go to A class. You're right. But oh. That's the classic dealership. I think there was one here. Yeah. They have 5 cars for sale. Okay. What, did you see the car shake when it went over that door rail thingy? Wait, what? No? Ooh. Man, it does look good, though. It does look good, though. And we have just enough money to afford it. Okay. Okay. What do we got? Do we got anything in B? We got the Gallardo. So we could just Lambo it up for the whole rest of the game. The Coupe. Mercy Roadster. Damn. Damn. Let's we take it for a test drive? I think all right. I think this has turned into a Lamborghini playthrough. I think it has. Yep. Okay. So let's buy this. Ooh. How do I get back to the dealership? Am I going the right way? Change the game to Lamborghini Simulator? Yeah. I have 36 seconds left in my test drive. Oh, that's a fast test drive. We're fine. It's just, I'm buying the car anyway. Here's your car back. Can I get a new one? Do I just have to wait it out? I'll just wait out the 10 seconds. Doing burnouts in their parking lot? What the heck?
Dispatch 11 to all Adam units. Be on the lookout for a Lamborghini.
Yeah, I think I'll take one. I'll take it in red. Thanks. Okay. Now the question is, we're going with the coupe. Do we get Do we still go with B class first? Wait. Gappy Pro Free Fire. I'm guessing. Thank you for the follow. It's got to be yellow. So we're not going to go with the Roadster for A class. We're going to go with the Coupe. But for the Gallardo, there's only two in B class. It's the Spider, the SE, and the Coupe. Do we still go with this first before jumping into the Murcielago? Murcielago. You don't own one? I own the C class. I own the Spider. Coupe Roadster and Coupe Superleggera. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You already have a Gallardo, though. You're right, but I don't have a B class car. I like going, in stages. We're breaking the rules here. All right. We might also need to do a little bit more. We might need a little bit more money because, shoot. I do like these wheels, but you kind of have to go with these, right? But we might need more money for the paint. Yellow's good. Ooh, green though? Oh man. And the burnt orange looks good. That's also a good yellow. Ooh. I think that's gotta be the color. White looks good. Okay. We're doing it in this color, but we need a little bit more money because this paint, you guys can't see that. This paint's $2,500. All right, let's go do one more race and then we're buying it. Getting that Mercy. Okay, where's the race? We just need a little bit of quick cash. $7,000, that'll be enough. We're doing that one. Just right down the road. Change vehicle to F class. Getting the TT again. Yeah, yellow is the Lambo color. If there is. Mysterious GT86, thank you for the follow. If there is a Lambo color, it's yellow. But I think I'm gonna go with that kind of faded purple. I think it looks really good. Okay, sounds good. You can also ditch the Lambo achievement and do the house instead. Yeah, but like, I don't need a house. I don't need another house, gameplay-wise. I do still need, well, I don't need. I really want an A-class car, eventually. So I think we're gonna go with the Lambo. I feel like I'm getting more value out of my dollar by going with the Lambo. Oh, we should have just done that fast race that gives you like 15 grand. I didn't even think about that. Oh well, this is fine. We'll do a new race. What the heck? Done. Okay. Happy with that. Alright, now back to the dealership. There's a lot more interesting A-class cars than the Lambo. It would be a shame to miss out on some of them, especially since you already have two. Nah, too late. Too late. I'm doing it. Doing it, Seaside. We can get more sorry, I was about to say we can get more Lambos if we want. We can get more A-class cars if we want. But I want this. I want it in my life. We're just gonna go black. Yeah, it's done. Yay. Nice. And we reached our... Yeah, that's right. We got expert level with this. Well done, me. Oh, I have to sneeze. Me. There we go. And we're back. Okay. Ford Island Circuit. Wait. What's that? What's Ford Island? Is it over here? Is that Ford Island? Let's bring all this stuff back. The Highway to Success. 40 grand. Nice. What were they talking about with Ford Island? I don't see... This is an island. We're on an island. And it's not called Ford Island. I don't get it. Should I check the news? Maybe we go back to my house quick and check the news. Oh, we're right outside my house. Ha! Okay, where... News is in here, right? Yeah. News. All the way at the end. What? It doesn't tell you. You really are a Lamborghini lover. You already have 3 of them. Oh, I can now do the 1-hour race. Okay, let's look at it. Let's just give it a little peek. See what we're getting ourselves into. I mean, we got, about 55 minutes left in stream. We can just do it. Just bang it out last hour of the stream. What the heck? It's to the northwest. Yeah, okay. Do this one? Nope. Is it a time? Oh, there it is. The Millionaires Challenge, 124.3 miles. In A class. $1 million if you win. Literally, so what do you have to average to do? So it's 124 miles. Wait, so that means to do it in an hour, you need to be able to average 124 miles an hour. So that's pretty fast. Okay. And it does do, that is actually the whole island, yeah. Man, okay. Can we take a moment? Can we take a moment to appreciate how long do you guys think it takes to go around all of Horizon 4's map? 10 minutes? How long does the Goliath take, right? The Goliath is pretty much the whole map, and you can do that in less than 10 minutes with a really fast car. What's 10 minutes X-Class Goliath? Yeah. Goliath 8 minutes in S2. Yeah. So cars in Forza can be faster. So let's just say it's about 10 minutes to get around the entire map of Horizon. Because you can be faster in Horizon. So let's put the cars on about the same speed level, because that's not what I'm trying to focus on here. The fact that Horizon, which is a modern AAA Microsoft-funded open world racing game, takes 10 minutes to get around the whole map. And this, from what I would call is not a AAA studio. I don't know, who funded this? Was this just Eden? Who owns Eden? Or who owned Eden back in the day? Is it like Sega or something? But this, Atari, that's right, not Sega. Atari, yeah. So, I mean, Atari had some money, but still. 2006, this is 12 years older. 12 years older than Horizon 4. And the map is, just from this perspective, from the perspective of being able to drive around the whole thing, the map is 6 times bigger. why can't modern games be this cool? Dude, come on. How long would it take to do SRP? I feel like SRP if you went down and back. Oh, but you'd have to go, yeah, kind of like start, go down. I don't know, probably 20 or 30 minutes is my like ballpark guess. 20 or 30 minutes. Dude, this game was on PS2 and PSP as well. Dude, that's right. And we talked about this. It was pretty much the full game on PSP, right? Right? Or was it a limited version? Because I think I still have my PSP. And if I don't have my PSP, I know I at least have my Vita. And my Vita, Vitas are backwards compatible with, I think, every game on the PSP. If not every game, at least most of them. And I might have to dig out my Vita and see if I can get that thing booted up for one. And for two, see if I can play Test Drive Unlimited. PSP version didn't have online and doesn't have the car pack. Oh, that's fine. Chief Beef, what's going on? Hold on, I want to look. I think I know exactly where it is. One sec, guys. You guys want to see how organized I am? This is Hoki's 5-gallon bucket of old technology. we got mice in here. We got like a radio to auxiliary transmitter. We got Animal Crossing New Leaf. Yo. Hold on. What else we got? Dungeon Hunter Alliances? That was a good game. Hold on, okay. I know my Vita's in here somewhere, if I have it. Oh! Okay, Moment of Truth. I think this is actually my PSP. Right here. I do still have it! Yes! And it's the PSP too, not even the Vita. What is this? Why is that broken? Oh, that's really dangerous. Okay. The battery has expanded and blown out the back of it. So I'm gonna quickly put this away. That's really bad. Jesus Christ, that's really scary actually. Okay, I have to do something with this. Just put that over there. Not touch it. That's scary. That's concerning. That could have just like exploded. Okay, do I still have my Vita, or did I get rid of my Vita? Hey, look at this. OG Xbox hard drive? And yeah, that was the OG fat PSP, by the way. I had two Vitas at one point, because one of them I think broke, but maybe it was PSPs. I think I got rid of my Vitas though. I don't see it in here. Oh yeah, here we go. Why do I have this? This is a gasket for a KA-24. It's the intake gasket, whatever. Or no, not intake. Exhaust manifold, I think. I don't know why that's in there. A laptop battery. Yeah, I just got a lot of stuff that would explode in here. Pokemon X with Bravely Default inside of it. Dang, man. Okay. Well, now that I have released toxic battery fumes and have a large explosive behind me, let's just keep going with the stream, huh? Yeah, I might I might put on a hazmat suit and see if I can swap out that battery. Because it's in pretty good shape otherwise. I think it worked fine. Dude, the OG PSPs were so cool. Maybe you can just, hold on, what is, somebody Google for me how cheap you can get like used PSP Slims and a copy of Test Drive Unlimited. Somebody look that up for me. And let's do some racing. Of course, we don't have a B-class car. We don't have a Chevy. Let's do this. Let's go say hi to Kevin. Let's do a little drive up for him. Nope, wrong button. Blow up Hoki.
Are you taking this vehicle back to the rental agency?
The problem with me doing the battery swap myself is that I'd be genuinely worried I would blow it up and cause serious damage to myself. So, I don't know. Less than 100 on eBay. Wait, I do that every day at work? Oh, with batteries? It's fine. I trust you then. Sure. No, my PSP is not running custom firmware. Nope. They're around 60 euros here, I think, and PSPs and Vitas are so easy to hack non-permanently, it's not worth trying to find the games to play as disc. That's a good point. That's a good point. I know it ain't legal, but they're so old, who's checking? Exactly. Exactly. I am not worried about that. So yeah, is it not that hard to like pirate games and get games set up for Vitas and PSPs? Sorry. Let's just restart. Let's try and do this one right. As long as you don't use metal tools to pry it, it should be fine. Those expanded batteries can be really dangerous. Yeah. Yeah. 762 in before TOS. You're right. No, you're absolutely right. But you know, that's kind of statute of limitations. They're shutting down the PlayStation store for PSPs or for Vitas, aren't they? So yeah, how else would you do it? But all right, I'll look into how easy or hard it is to get a PSP battery. Get a PSP battery for one, and for two, how easy it is to swap out, and see if it's worth it to do that or just go buy a PSP on eBay or something. Because who knows? I could do I could do that. Oh, we're not gonna get perfect anymore. That's okay. I could do that and then find out the PSP just doesn't work anyway. But I don't know. There is a certain part of me that really thinks it would be cool to do it on my own PSP, you know? Like, that's the PSP I've had. When did the PSP come out? When did the PSP come out? Because I've had that thing since Christmas of the first year they came out. And I know that because A, I really wanted one, and B, I actually found 2005. Yeah, that sounds about right. Maybe 04.
At the next intersection,
Okay.
turn left.
I have never in my life found one of my Christmas presents before it was Christmas. Did you guys ever do this? Did you guys ever search the house trying to find your Christmas presents? I was a shitty kid and I did that. And I never ever found them except once. Except once. And I found a PSP. And I lost my shit. It was like a week or two before Christmas. And I could not have, I still, thinking about it right now, it fills my heart with so much warmth and joy. Just, I have that image burned so deeply into my head of exactly where it was hidden and seeing it, and it was just like this mythical thing. Because I was pretty young, you know, but I was just like so happy that I was getting a PSP. And to this day, that's one of like the coolest gifts I ever got. You never celebrated? Oh man. You can find them if you look in about 15 minutes. I don't look though. I mean, that's good. You shouldn't. But I would always try. I was a little shitter. I would always like shake the presents around and try to figure out what they were and look around. And I think the one mistake they made, let me think. So this was in my Harriet house. Ooh, had a little game lag there. I'm trying to think where they normally hid stuff. I think they usually hid stuff in their room. But for some reason, this was hidden. We had a basement workroom. That it was like for our sports stuff storage, like soccer balls and stuff like that. And my dad also had two big, like really big, like 6 foot tall file cabinets that were really wide too. They were like 6 foot tall by 4 foot wide, and I guess he had 4 of them, and they were just kind of stacked in the middle of the room, kind of back to back, and they just had all of his like books and documents and stuff like that. And I don't know what convinced me to look there, because it was the most boring. It's just my dad's documents and stuff. And in the very top left of one of the drawers, sitting right there, was the little PSP box. And I remember seeing it, and my heart just stopped. I was just like, because when you're a kid, you get so fixated on stuff like that, like all you want in life is like that hot new toy or whatever. Like, and my friends were getting them, and I just thought the PSP was like gonna be the greatest console of mankind. And I was just so excited, and I still have such like a strong feeling towards PSPs. And that was probably that was definitely the mobile console I played more than anything. Nowadays, the Switch, I'd say probably now I've played the Switch maybe debatably a little bit more, because I play my Switch a lot. But dude, I was addicted to my PSP, man. I wish I still had that power where I knew what I wanted, no needed in my life. Yeah. I mean, things, you get, not to get depressing about it, like, I really don't mean anything super negative by this. Life's still good. But, as you get older, your excitement for things kind of drops. Just in general. What's that tree doing? Do you guys see that? Tree just popping out of the mountain? But like when you're a kid, you just get so hyped about it. You see like a cool RC car, a commercial for a cool RC car, and you're like, yep, that's all my life is about, is getting that cool RC car that can do flips and has a water mode, it can go on water. And like that is just all you think about, that's all you want. You'll like write essays, I don't know, I did this. Like write things to your parents about why you need that toy. And it's like, obviously you don't. But man, like you just fixated so heavily on stuff, and if you got it, it was just like, oh my god, it was just like the coolest thing in the whole world. For like, 4 months, not even probably, until like the next coolest thing in the world came out. But man, I missed that a little bit. Like, don't get me wrong, you still get excited about stuff, but like, that just entire fixation where it just takes over your world and it's like the only thing you want, probably for a good reason, kind of goes away when you become an adult. And if it didn't, I'd be way more broke than I already am. But man, I really miss being young and unable to see. Wait, unable to see? Did you have like eye problems? Are you being like, is that a literal thing, or what do you mean? I still get that sometimes, but not nearly as much as when I'm a kid. Dude, yeah, I mean, you absolutely get it sometimes. Like for me, like if a new game comes out, that I'm like super hyped about, like the Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Mass Effect is like my favorite franchise of all time. I'm just like, like so excited for that. And I don't know, like when big games come out, I get hyped. If they announce a Switch Pro, I'll be super, super hyped. Oh, I pressed send and cut my message in half. Miss being able to see, sleep on Christmas Eve because I was so excited. Yeah. How's the driving in this? It's okay. It's a bit wonky. As far as just cars, it feels like you're kind of driving on the moon, is what it feels like. The cars are just like a bit floaty. Yes, this is a vehicle delivery mission, by the way, Master Chief. That we're not doing perfect because I'm a bad driver. But I'm trying to think of the last... What? Alright, let me ask you guys, while I think about it. What was the last thing that you got, like, extremely excited about? That you saw it, you saw the announcement for it, and you were just like, yes, this is what I need. This is what I want in my life. And I gotta think about what the last big thing was for me. What are you having for dinner tonight? I don't know, probably tacos or something. Genshin Impact, really? Okay. Cool. I can't wait to be let down. I mean, see, that's some of, like, you know, with like Cyberpunk and stuff like that, that's kind of the feeling. Yeah, Horizon 3, ooh, that is a big one. That is a big one for me. When you built your PC, yep, fully get that. Shady Coconut Guy, thank you for the follow, by the way. Yeah, Horizon 5 if it's happening. Yeah, Horizon 4, I wouldn't say I got as excited about as Horizon 3. Horizon 3 I got so hyped because it was coming to PC. So, Horizon 3 was like a really big one. I must have watched that trailer, 5 dozen times. I mean, maybe for me when I got my GPU, when I clicked buy, but see, this is the difference I'm trying to make here. I wasn't losing my mind when the 3080s were announced. I was like, oh, sick, that's nice. But I was losing my mind like when I actually got one. When the order was confirmed on Newegg, and I was like, oh my god, I actually got a 3080, like, ah! But that to me is a different feeling than just like being hyped for something to come out, you know? Recently it was Total War Warhammer 3. I pre-ordered it the day the trailer came out. Nice. When you got your first gaming PC, okay. I almost got excited for 30 series, but got toned down because I already just had a 2070 Super, sure. CWO? What's CWO? Was the 3080 at MSRP? Yes, it was. Yep, definitely was. Let me get out of the way here. I'm trying to think of just like the last thing that came out when I saw a commercial for it or saw the reveal for it. I was just so hyped. And I think that's part. We had a chat about this about E3. We had a chat about this with E3 the other day. Where I'm just so sad that E3 seems to be kind of on a downward spiral. Because E3 is my moment to get hyped like a kid and just not worry about kind of the state the gaming industry's in or whatever, and not worry about being let down. E3 was my time to just get hyped like a kid and just believe in all the hype and just soak it up. And the fact that E3 is kind of going away, or at least it's lessening, makes me so sad, because that E3 was like a vacation, and it was just my time to get hyped. Whoo, you got fucked up there, bud. Andrew, what's going on? The GR Yaris is fantastic. Dude, I would love to daily drive the Yaris, yeah. E3 is just for more GTA 5 releases. Yeah, it's just for re-releasing GTA 5 and Skyrim. You're right. I remember being so hyped for E3 back in the day. It was one of my favorite times of the year. Dude, absolutely. As early as like 2018 or 2019, I still got that feeling. It's vacation. Like, I would take time off work to watch the big conferences. But then Sony pulled out, and people started pulling out, and they started doing less show floor stuff. And obviously COVID happened, and everyone kind of split apart for that. And now this year it's a digital event. So it's like maybe this is giving them the time to, like, when the world gets back to normal, you know, E3 will be like just a big hype event again. But man, I'm worried it's not. I remember being hyped for Destiny 2 DLC, but they fucked up so much I stopped getting hyped. Sure. Okay, let's read John's wall here. Last thing I got hyped about was the new Microsoft Flight Sim. Oh, yeah, okay. I waited so long. FSX came out in 2006, started playing Flight Sims in 2010. All this time we were getting along with FSX's weird brother, who's on life support. Lockheed Martin's Prepared 3D, which was fine, but still ran like shit because it was based on FSX. This new Flight Sim is so far ahead of anything else in the market. Dude, I totally get that. Because I'm not really into flight sims. I've dabbled in them back in the day. I have a buddy who's really into like flying and planes and stuff like that. So just like because I'm friends with him, I've kind of followed flight sims a little bit and played them a little bit. But even for me, Flight Sim 2020 or Microsoft Flight Simulator is unbelievable. Like, it's so good. I spend so much time just sitting doing bush trips in Flight Sim 2020, just like hanging out in my little cub, flying over whatever, and just landing at these cool little airports. The bush trips in that game, oh, they're so cool. Anyway, what else are you guys saying here? For 2020, it was canceled due to COVID, but it's back this year. It's not back physically, Burnout. It's a fully digital event. So that's what sucks, is there's no show floor, there's no like big conferences, it's just all digital. So that's why it's kind of a my most hype one was probably 8 or 9, and GTA San Andreas was just announced. I used to cut out any piece of info or ad from local oh dude, that's so cool. See, that's the type of hype I'm talking about. That is the type of hype I'm talking about, where you're just so involved in it, you're so excited, you'll do stuff like that. You'll cut out little magazines and like hold on to it because it's got like an article that has like one piece of info about your new game. I love that. Like that, that's what it's about, man. Have you seen some of the flight sim setups on YouTube? They can get crazy. Yeah, they absolutely can. Yeah, the next game that's going to fail is going to end in 78. See inside. That's the tinfoil hat theory. On a side note, is it weird that... Oh, wait, that's what I just read. Same thing for Minecon. That will be all online. It'll be called Minecraft Live, yeah. Cyberpunk 2077, I definitely thought was going to be better than it was, but I wasn't kid hyped for it. I wasn't kid hyped for Cyberpunk. I was just like, yeah, this could probably be a pretty cool game. I can tell you this. Here you go. The next thing to maybe come out, and who knows, maybe we'll hear about it this year. Although maybe not, because they're probably going to focus on Starfield. Is the next Elder Scrolls game. Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be the next thing where I'm going to be like, I need this in my life. Dude, Shady Coconut Guy, thank you for the sub, man. Thank you very much. Yeah, dang. I remember when I was in elementary, not a lot of us had access to the internet. One day, a kid shows up with photocopies of GTA SA sheets. Yes, everyone wanted a copy. Dude, yes. Dude, I missed that. I missed that, man. Yeah, like printing off the game facts, or what was it? Like those little assy guides and stuff like that. Dude, yes. I had a printout for... God, what was it? Maybe it was Underground 2. I remember having to ask my mom if I could print out the full guide written up in like ASCII type and stuff like that. Oh, man. I'll always be hyped for Elder Scrolls. Dude, same. Dude, same. Yeah, I followed you on YouTube and didn't know you streamed. Yeah, we keep a little casual. Streaming is very much like a little side thing that we just kind of hang out and do a couple days a week. Streaming hype for GTA 4. My friend and I made up stories for what it would be like based on our love for GTA San Andreas. And a couple of you guys with GTA SA. That's kind of cool. I do have handwritten sheets for SA. I remember a few to my heart. That's like me with The Sims. What was it like? You do Rosebud, semicolon, slash, right? Something like that. And the more semicolons and slashes, no, it wasn't slash. Maybe it was. The more semicolons and something else you did, the more money you would get. And you just type Rosebud, like semicolon, semicolon, semicolon. And you get like infinite money in The Sims. That's one I definitely will always remember. I think that Cyberpunk had way too much hype considering it had been pushed for years. Also, Hoki, I agree with you. Beyond Halo Infinite, super hyped about the new Elder Scrolls game, but it won't come out for a few years. Yeah, so yeah, just to talk quick about that. I probably don't spend more time in any other game than I do in an Elder Scrolls game. Elder Scrolls games to me are like the perfect RPG formula. Like the gear system, the way gear works, where everything drops. Like if you see an enemy and they are wearing a piece of gear and they have a sword and you kill them, you can wear that full piece of gear and that sword. And that to me is so key to what makes Elder Scrolls' like loot and gear system so damn good. Whoops. So, man, like Elder Scrolls, I just love Elder Scrolls so much, and I do think Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be really good. What was your favorite race in Elder Scrolls? Oh gosh. I generally go with whatever race is native to the game I'm playing. So like for Skyrim, I did Nord. I did an Imperial in Oblivion. In Morrowind, God, what did I actually don't remember what I did in Morrowind. I might have been a Khajiit in Morrowind. But yeah, generally my new, like how I play Elder Scrolls games is I'm native to this location that the game is in. Skyrim is so good. I need to get Special Edition at some point so I can mod the crap out of it. My classic copy is struggling. Yeah, Special Edition adds a lot of nice little features. I have not gone back to mod it since I've gotten my 3080, and I really need to do that. Yeah, do another Stealth Archer playthrough. Dude, by the way, Stealth Archer playthroughs in Skyrim VR, if you didn't think Stealth Archer could get any more fun, let me tell you, it's way more fun. Argonian or nothing, I love being a lizard man. Yeah, that's right. I think I remember you doing Argonian for your Skyrim playthrough. The only reason I don't like being Khajiit or Argonian is because of the tails. Because the tails sometimes get weird with the armor. And that's always like bugged me. You get like clipping issues with the tails sometimes. Otherwise, I do think Khajiit and Argonian are both really cool. But I will generally play, yeah, whatever the native race is, or I like Wood Elves. So yeah, I'll play like an elf character sometime. Archery is so good though, slow motion kills. Dude, archery is the bomb. Yeah. Yeah, they were super, I mean, even in Oblivion, you could not make a good looking Khajiit. Like, you just couldn't. They looked so ridiculous. Do you remember the spears from Morrowind? Why did they get rid of them? Yeah, I don't know. I think it was just kind of a... I don't know. I guess. What is this? Oh, it's a car delivery. Yeah, what the heck? Let's do it.
You're taking to get it repaired?
I don't remember the spears, weirdly enough. I haven't played Morrowind since Morrowind came out. So... Ooh. What is this, the Noble, like, M400 or something? What is this? Yeah, the M600 probably wasn't out. So probably the M400. Oh, it is the M600. Just kidding. It is the 600. Yeah, okay. I couldn't tell you the difference between the 400 and the 600. Duh. We're good. I'm not going to worry about perfecting these. I was pretty hyped when I first heard of SRP. Yeah, SRP actually, to be honest, is probably one of the more recent things that when I first got into it, I was just like, oh my god, this is the greatest thing. So SRP is definitely a big one, but it's hard because SRP didn't have like a trailer, you know? They didn't have like It wasn't like a big announcement. And that's more what the vibe I'm trying to get at is like just the hype for a new thing to come out. To be honest, when the Switch came out, that was a big deal for me. It's weird. The weird walking animations in Morrowind are mostly a product of the technology. Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. I kind of got... oh, come on. Okay, now we're going to restart. Kind of got into Skyrim, but Fallout 4 overshadowed it by a mile, so I couldn't really get into it. I've always been more of a Elder Scrolls than a Fallout guy. I did play and love Fallout 3. New Vegas I thought was okay. I know New Vegas is like the love child of... Everyone loves New Vegas. I actually thought New Vegas was kind of okay. And then Fallout 4, I just never finished. I kind of didn't like Fallout 4. The big reason I don't like Fallout, and I do like Elder Scrolls, for one, I like the world. I'm much more of a high fantasy, elves and dragons kind of guy than I am like a nuclear wasteland kind of guy. And I feel like the Fallout games are just kind of ugly. It's just brown and green everywhere. Whereas the Elder Scrolls worlds can be gorgeous and like have really pretty vistas. So that's one big reason. But the big thing for me about Fallout versus Elder Scrolls is Fallout has always felt so, and this is, I'm sure, intentional. Fallout has always felt so sparse from like a population perspective. Like if you go into Whiterun or Solitude, it feels lived in. It feels like there's a big population there, even though there really isn't. There's probably like 20 people that live in all of Whiterun. But it feels like a lived-in place with a lot of people. But if you go to like the baseball diamond in Fallout, or if you go to New Vegas, this was the big reason I didn't like New Vegas. You go to New Vegas and there's nobody there. It's just dead. It's just, there's nobody there. And again, probably intentional, but it still was just weird to me. Like the games just felt so empty. And I would love to see a Fallout where there's more of a focus on like a city that has more than 5 people that it feels that live there. I don't know. That was kind of one of the big things about Fallout to me. I like both of the different genres, but the fighting mechanics feel weird in Fallout. Yeah, I don't know. I always did like gun stuff, but yeah, like what's it called? The like lock-on system has always been kind of a unique thing. You either like it or you don't. Some of the Fallout 4 aesthetic was just strange. The Fallout 4 assault rifle was just an LMG from World War I. I didn't even know that. Yeah, Skyrim is beautiful. VATS. Thank you guys. Yeah, it's the VATS system. Yeah, you either love it or you hate it. I've always thought it was a bit weird. I guess I shouldn't say you either love it or you hate it, because I didn't feel either way about it. I was kind of mixed on it. I just don't like fantasy. Yeah, man, I get that. I'm a big fantasy guy. Big fantasy guy. I love, like, Lord of the Rings is, probably my favorite movie franchise of all time. I think the original Lord of the Rings trilogy, extended cut, there is no better. It's perfect. It's literally perfect. They did nothing wrong in my eyes. Hoki, have you ever played Dungeons & Dragons? Once in my life, for one day, I played Dungeons & Dragons. I would actually like to play more.
You are driving in the wrong direction. Please turn around.
But I've tried to get D&D groups going with my buddies. I actually have a bunch of books that my buddy and I grabbed from a garage sale, I think. He found them at a garage sale and then just ended up giving them to me. But yeah, I would love to do D&D, but because the one time I did do it was a freaking blast. I still remember, like, I remember that whole night, and I remember exactly what we did. I was a ranger, and me and my buddy went on this whole side tangent of him trying to take my bear from me, and me end up mounting the bear and taking control of the bear and like mauling his face off, and we completely got distracted from the main thing, as you do. And then the bear ended up like having sex with him and falling in love with him. You know, D&D stuff. You're wearing your Lord of the Rings map sweatshirt right now? Nice. Nice. Thick Poppy, thank you for the follow. Also, Samuel, I think I missed yours. Thank you as well for the follow. Let's hope higher ups at the Bethesda, or at Bethesda, played Divinity Original Sin 2. Whoops. Oh man, we're gonna get so little money for this. The lizard race in that game is how Argonians
At
should
the
look.
next intersection, turn
Yeah.
left.
For sure.
Turn left.
Calling PETA. Yeah, they would not have liked our D&D campaign. They would not have been a fan. But yeah, I've just always been, if I'm playing a single player game, and this is maybe weird about me, let me know if any of you in chat feel this way. Because I have always considered this to be like my weird quirk, but maybe it's not just me. If I'm playing a single player game, I like to feel that the world like lives on without me. I don't like to feel that I'm the sole driver in the world and that like everything is on pause when I'm not in that area, or everything's on pause when I'm not playing the game. When I jump into Skyrim, I feel like the world kind of I don't know, it's like a feeling of comfort. I don't know how to describe it. It's like a feeling of comfort of that these characters are like real characters. I guess maybe that's it. Like here's what I'm trying to say. I want the game world to feel alive. That is in basic what it is. And if the game world doesn't feel alive to me, I will not play that game. I won't be able to finish it because I don't know, it just makes it feel lonely. Like playing a single player game where the characters just aren't there and they're not invested, or I don't know. There's a lot of factors that go into it. But for me, if I'm playing an open world game and it feels alive and there's like a warmth to it, I'm so sold. And I will play that game till the cows come home. And that's, I think, why I like Skyrim and Morrowind and Oblivion, especially with how Oblivion, because Oblivion's like the central, or Cyrodiil is the central province in the world, in Tamriel. So that game just felt bigger because it was bigger cities and stuff like that. I remember playing D&D session with my friends. My character was a bard who used Guitar Hero controller as his instrument. Nice. Every time I play the game, we try to see who can seduce the most women. One time, my older brother successfully seduced one, but it turned out it was a succubus. And it poisoned him, and he had defects for the rest of the game. Dude, man. I love D&D. Yeah, fantasy jailbait. There you go. I'm gonna head out, dudes. All right, Callum. You know what? I think we're actually gonna call it here. My buddy's coming over soon to work on the Supra, and let's just kind of wrap things up in game. We're not gonna head out quite yet. I do want to chat a little bit, more about like Elder Scrolls and games and stuff, because I like this conversation. But yeah, I think let's head back home. Because I can't remember if it auto saves, or you can just do you can just save with the escape button. That's right. Just watched your Shotoko Revival Project video and really enjoyed it. Do you still join the server occasionally? Yeah, absolutely. We were just playing it on stream last week, I'm pretty sure. Wait, can I not save it from here? I thought you could save from this menu. Just kidding. Okay, well, we're fine. Yeah, I still play it on stream, and I'm, going to start playing it on stream more in the future. Once I get the stream PC set up. That'll probably be about next month. I think all the stuff gets in for that. It's saved when you exited the garage. Yeah, okay, we're good. Boom. Take a little sip of the water. Oh, this is my buddy that just texted me. See what he's up to. I think he's probably letting me know he's on his way. Yeah, leaving in a bit. Okay. But yeah, especially in the next like month or two, we're probably going to be diving more into doing some more SRP stuff on stream. And I do play it off stream as well. I don't do it a ton because it's always like it's a lot of headache. That's not a lot of headache. It takes time to pull my sim rig out and get the VR stuff set up. But I do play it fairly regularly. You will see me on the servers on a pretty regular occasion. But yeah, man, like with Skyrim, especially with mods, and mods are just when a game has mod support, like it's just endless. I actually have a mod. Hold on. I'm going to show you guys my mod for Skyrim. Maybe one of you's even downloaded it. I never finished it, but I did have the unfinished version. AK Garlic mod, yeah. My Skyrim experience was kind of ruined. Here, let's turn on some music quick while we kind of have a little Skyrim games chat, and then we'll wrap things up for the last like 15 minutes here or something like that. It was kind of ruined by all the mods that are available for it. What do you mean by that? Burnout. Was it ruined because it felt overwhelming, or you just downloaded mods that kind of ruined the immersion? Despite the many flaws of Skyrim, even in vanilla, it's just so satisfying to wander about and look at the beautiful places. Killer Spectre, exactly. Even in vanilla, it's just a fun game to wander around, and it just feels like a real world. I wish we could do more gameplay-related stuff as AC mods instead of just more content. Oh, you mean like more like gameplay-changing stuff? Like gameplay-changing mods? Yeah. Ultra-realistic garlic. Man. Okay. We're gonna show you guys my mod for Skyrim here. Remember downloading a fuck ton of mods for Left 4 Dead 2? Nice. Eden. Mountain in the Sky by where's my author? Xmod Geek. That was my old name. So what this was, let's go through some pictures. I haven't looked at this in so long. This was from the this was actually not in the official mod. This was something I was working on. I was working on a quest. So okay, here you go. This is what it was. It was outside of Whiterun, and it was this huge floating mountain with like waterfalls coming around and a dragon that would float around it. And it was like a player house. So it was a player house outside of Whiterun. Let's see if I can get some. I want to show it in like the right thing. So this was up on the island. There's the dragon again. So you would take a teleport stone. Here's more pictures of it from the outside. Yeah, there you go. With the dragon stuff. I just want to show pictures in the right order here. Here you go. So you'd walk outside of Whiterun. Sorry, the graphics are awful in this photo. And there was one of the waterfalls. This central waterfall fell down onto this stone. And you would interact with this stone, and it would teleport you up to this stone. So this was the little mountain. Here was the house. And it had NPCs that you could like talk to and interact with. Like this lady. And they were all shopkeepers. So this was like its own town, basically. Yeah, here it is at night. And every now and then the dragon would like get up and leave and fly around. Yeah, here it is at night. This guy was like the Fletcher or whatever, the bow guy. Yeah, there it is from outside of Whiterun. Here's inside the house, the main level. And it was just like it was a pretty standard house. I think this was upstairs. Here, I can probably just, yeah. I had fish in the water. Yeah, this was the main level. Yeah, that's the main level. Yeah, here you go. And this was the guest house. So at night, they would go into the guest house. Yeah, here's kind of the back area. So this, we'll talk about this in a second. I mostly use lore-friendly mods, but I've added a couple of survival ones where I gotta eat, sleep. Yeah, I've done that too. Yeah, I had a playthrough where I did all of like the hardcore mods and the ones where you can, have you, John, ever done the ones where you can make a camp? And you can like literally set up tents, and you can like unlock better tents, and you can do like fishing and stuff. I did a full playthrough of Skyrim where I was like a full ranger, and I never did like any of the main quest stuff. I never touched the main quest, but I would like hunt for pelts, and like I'd have a little camp. I made a little camp in this one spot that had like all my stuff, and I would go pelt hunting, and I'd go into town, and I'd sell the pelts. Oh man, Skyrim's so good. I usually freeze to death. Yeah, I would stay in like the southern warmer areas. Recently figured out how to port armors into Skyrim from other games. Shame I can't upload them on the Nexus because of their terms of service. What armors you talking about? See inside? Or do they just not allow stuff that's ports from other games or something like that? Dat Cat and Skull Crusher, thank you guys for the follows. I've always wanted a place in Skyrim where I could set up a base and have everything there, including companions. Fallout 4's settle. So, okay. Yeah, Fallout 4's settlement system was so good for that. That's why I'm kind of excited for the next Elder Scrolls game. Because usually what they do, because Elder Scrolls and Fallout are the same engine, right? And a lot of times they take the stuff that's good in one game and take it to the next game. So I have a strong feeling that the next Elder Scrolls game is going to have some sort of settlement system. Because it makes sense in both games. It makes sense in Fallout, but it also makes sense to like create your own settlement in Skyrim. And although the settlement system had some issues with Fallout, I think it could be improved pretty easily and end up looking and working really, really cool. And like defending from bandits and stuff. I mean, they kind of did it with the house system, right? They kind of did it with housing, where you had to like defend against bandits or whatever coming, and you had to like hire somebody. But I think it'd be cool to like build your own town in Skyrim. Yeah, another settlement needs your help. For example, I ported a model of a skirmisher from Halo Reach as a wearable armor. Oh, interesting. They don't allow uploading stuff from other games. Gotcha. So yeah, I had the whole mod and I had it working. The reason that this is a funny Scott. Chief Beef, we probably won't watch that on stream. But yeah, so the Hearthfire DLC for Skyrim was a test, I believe. Oh, dude, fully. Yeah, fully. So the big thing I wanted to do, yeah, if people want to check out Chief Beef's link, they are welcome to. But yeah, I don't think I'm not gonna pop it up on stream here for everybody. The big thing was I wanted to move it away from Whiterun. And that was where the big issue was there was an LOD problem where it wouldn't render the LOD. It wouldn't render like the far distance. It would render not at all, but then as soon as the textures changed to the like full texture stuff, then it would pop in. And for some reason in this zone, it worked fine. So if you were around Whiterun, you could see it from far away, you could see it from up close, everything worked fine, but I tried to move the mountain. I tried to move the floating mountain into the mountains, like at the north side of the map, so it was a little more like lore friendly, and it wasn't just this big floating mountain right outside of Whiterun. And when I tried to do that, the LOD completely broke, and there was no way to get it to work. And I communicated with a bunch of other mod authors, and none of them could figure it out, and it just didn't work. Hold on, I have to end this. Sorry, I apparently dropped some more frames right at the end there. So yeah, it didn't work, but I had these grand plans. I was gonna have a quest involved, so that it basically, you'd get a note that like a magical anomaly has appeared in northern Skyrim, and you'd go and you'd find this mountain, and you wouldn't be able to get up to the mountain, and you'd have to go find a key. You found this dude, there was going to be a dungeon. I literally built out a whole cave system dungeon for this, and it involved this, was like the end, and it was this man who had died, and like there was this whole thing, and I was going to have this custom modeled sword, and the sword was the key to get into the mountain, and this was like his study that had been, like you can kind of see it over here. This was supposed to be a teaser image. You can kind of see it over here that it goes off into space, because he was like this magic man, and this was like his prison. I don't know, it was this whole thing. I had this whole thing planned out, and it all just kind of fell by the wayside because I couldn't get the LOD to work. And I was so sad. But it was, man. How many downloads did this get? Almost 3,000, 2,700. Or that's, yeah, 5,500 total. 50,000 views, 102 endorsements. It's not that bad. And yeah, I like had it all versions and stuff. Yeah, here you go. Adding a quest line that definitely involves a dragon and moving them out into another more remote location. That's what's happening. Here you go. Known issues. The LOD is odd. Yeah. Because I couldn't get it to work when I was trying to move it around. But man, it was going to be so good. It was going to have this whole thing. Here's my little sweet custom-made thing for it. Wizard's Tower, but no NPCs. Oh, cool, man. Hold on. Wizard's Tower. Let's see if I can find it. Do I have... Okay. Well, I can't find it. I was about to say, if I'm logged in, I totally have the adult mods enabled. And that'd be really bad to show on stream. Didn't know you did mod stuff. Yeah, I was pretty big into modding back in the day. So I have like a basic level of how to mod in games, and like a very basic level of how to do modeling and work with certain software and stuff like that. But it's all very basic level, and this was from 2016, I think. Oh god, 2012. Man, how's time be like that? Yeah, this is from 2012, and I haven't really, this was like back when I was big into modding, and I haven't really done it since this, because I got really unmotivated after this, because I just couldn't get it to work. Yeah, it was just it was a bummer. But yeah, this back in like 2012 was pretty big into this stuff, and haven't really touched it since. Twitch ban speedrun, yeah, there you go. All right, guys, it is about 3 o'clock. I have been going for 3 hours, and I think we're gonna call it for the day officially now. After we had our little chat. Thank you guys all for being here, as always. I'm sorry it was a bit of an earlier stream. I'll try to find it for you later. Don't know. Yeah, if you're on Discord, Killer Spectre, send it to me on Discord, because I would like to check it out. Dat Cat, by the way, I think I missed your follow. Well, maybe not. I think I got you with Skulls Crusher. Either way, thanks for following again. So yeah, I will be back next Friday for more Forza. Also, our VODs channel is coming along. Hold on. Let's tease this right at the end. I'm sorry. I keep extending the end of this stream. We're going to tease the VODs channel. We already did this, I think, yesterday. But, here we go. Content. Here we go. Is there anything like illegal I can't show you here? No, I think we're good. There we go. We got a VODs channel set up. So the Carbon playthrough is all here. Let's switch to that. Carbon playthrough is here. The Test Drive Unlimited Day 1 is here. My stream where I was working on the Supra is here. We're also doing clips. Your thumbnails are gone. I don't know. They don't show up for me. Deathcap. Maybe just because it's a draft. And this one, still, you need to redo this one because it still thinks it's sexual content. Maybe if you go from draft to unlisted or private, it'll show up with the thumbnail. Yeah, I didn't even know you did thumbnails for these Deathcap. So anyway, VODs channel is coming soon. It's all private stuff now, but soon, if you miss VODs, especially for like Let's Plays, you'll be able to watch them on YouTube. So, it is probably my face. Hey, you can take it out if you want. Yeah, I'll be back next Friday for some Forza, and then Sunday for some more TDU. Thank you guys, as always, for being here. I highly, highly, highly appreciate it, and I love you all. And it's gonna be a sad week without you. Maybe we'll throw in some weekday streams. There's always a maybe. All right, I'm not even gonna run the outro because I do actually have to go and get the car ready and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna go So there's no button to push. I'm just gonna push the end stream button in like 5 seconds. Yeah, that's all I got for you. All right, see you next Friday. Oh wait, no, I was trying to end on a freeze frame.